W.F. Howe's presents an unabridged recording of The Big Fight When Ali Conquered Ireland by Dave Hannigan, narrated by Stephen Daly. Prologue. In the 19th century, there was a place in West Clare known only as the Rock of the Weeping of the Tears. Entire families journeyed to this awful landmark to say their last goodbyes to a son or daughter, brother or sister who was emigrating. At the Rock, they turned back for home, knowing their chance of ever seeing the departing relative again was almost nil. Between 1850 and 1880, around 100,000 people left the country for America in search of improved circumstances, greater opportunity, and a better life. The price of passage was around £1, and the haunting memory of the wailing farewell. The Gradys lived in the Turnpike, an area in Ennistown, where families subsisted in 1- and 2-room single-storey dwellings, almost heaped on top of each other. John Grady was a plasterer who rented a house and a small garden with a rateable value of 15 shillings. Sometime in the 1860s, his son Abe cobbled together the fare for a ticket to the New World and, as with so many of his contemporaries, most likely walked the 30 miles from Ennis to the deep-water port of Kappa near Kilrush. Back then, huge vessels that ferried cotton from New Orleans to Liverpool used to stop off at Kappa on their way back across the Atlantic. Having replaced the cotton with less bulky manufactured goods in their hold, they had plenty of room to take on passengers willing to endure the extra hardship of traversing the ocean in a cargo ship. Conditions were uniformly appalling, but it was the cheapest way to travel. It was also an important factor in persuading some of the poorest sections of Irish society to try their luck in Louisiana rather than New York. Once in New Orleans, it is believed that Abe Grady gradually worked his way up the Mississippi River before finally settling in Kentucky. There, he met and married an emancipated enslaved woman whose name is not known. Around 1887, the couple had a son and called him John Lee Grady, a nod to his paternal grandfather back home in Clare. In 1914, John Lee also married an African-American, Bertie Moorhead, and they had 2 children of their own. A son, named after his father, was born in 1915, and on the 12th of February 1917, Bertie had a daughter, Odessa Lee. Odessa Lee Grady grew up in Louisville, where she subsequently met, fell in love with, and married a sign painter, Cassius Marcellus Clay Sr. At 6:35 p.m. on the 17th of January 1942, in Louisville General Hospital, she gave...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?